one of the primary things of my channel is I focus more on self-mastery, dealing with the man in the mirror, falling in love with your own company, living a life of purpose. And that's why many times I don't even associate with these spears, the manosphere, the red pill, or whatever else, because my goal is to become irrelevant. And the objective is about men's mental health, men's self-esteem. Even though these are things that you have to build as an individual, the goal is to deal with the struggles, the challenges that men have in this gynocentric environment, and in some communities, a matriarchy, and this world and this society that seeks to turn men into these disposable tampons. And the purpose of this channel is to counter the effects of that and to keep men alive, thriving, and living a good life. But one of the things I always talk about is that what I identify a lot to, what I have a major problem with, is grifters. Keeping men stuck in a loop. You notice on my channel, I have no course to sell you. I have no programs to sell you. I don't have time for that bullshit, because I can tell you whatever I can tell you right now and keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, the only time anything changes in your life is when you change and you start doing shit. So you can read, I could write 1,000 books. And if you don't take action, none of that stuff is going to matter anything to you. And the red pill was designed, it's just really the truth. Really, that's all it is. If it ain't true, it ain't red pill. That's it. It's just a metaphor for the truth. And that's really what it is. And if you accept the truth, you deal with the truth, you swallow the pill completely, digest it, and then you move towards objectivism. And then you start winning. And you see life for what it is. You enjoy women, you enjoy life, you enjoy your passions, your hobbies. You don't sit around, sitting around hoping and wishing and living in some type of virtual, your favorite content creator feeds you a bunch of bullshit and sells you 1,000 courses so that he can enrich himself every day and get money out of your pockets every day. Now, don't get me wrong. A Peaceful Life always puts his Cash App in there because, hey, I take donations. Why not? I enjoy it. It helps keep the channel going. Pay for the StreamYard and all the other things and go along with the channel. That is a definite help to the channel. But the purpose of my life is not to sell you bullshit. Because what it's going to do if it's not going to help you? It's going to keep you in that loop. Like dudes selling this goofy, dudes my age. Do it look like I be trying to game some women, especially chicken heads? You guys are insane. Now, if you're just trying to get some box or something like that, I mean, I don't see the value in any of that. Especially after a man of a certain level of age, you should have leverage and options in life, and have the confidence and the self-esteem to get the things you need out of women, without having to lie to them, because you might end up with a brick in your window, especially with today's women. Or you might end up in some serious, terrible situation. There's really no need to lie to them today. I mean, they're, handing out box like Skittles or some shit. What the hell are you lying to them for? Why? In 2026? It's unnecessary. I mean, the spirit of the Jezebel spirit of whoredom took over the land. You know what I mean? What are you lying for? They just tell them what you want, they deliver it to your door. I mean, Jesus, why am I going to need to sell you game for that bullshit? You're wasting your time. And, pick up game, that's just social skills. But pick up game? Pick up what? In fact, many of these women will find you absolutely repulsive or disrespectful if you not look, or you don't have the image or the resources that they desire. You've just lowered their value and disrespected them. But some guy, buy my course, $50 a month, a peaceful life, selling $50. Man, I wouldn't sell you that trash to get your ass cooked out here and beaten like a piñata. You walk up to some woman and she feels disrespected by you because you don't look, or there's an image in her mind of what she's entitled to, and you just lowered her value and lower herself. She gonna treat you like shit. And that's what these guys don't tell you. And especially the guys who've been married 20, 30 years, they don't know what's out here in these dating and relationship streets. It's telling you a whole bunch of goofy shit that worked in 1997 or 1988 and shit. That shit don't work in 2026. It's out here. This is the Serengeti out here. You need to completely and utterly reprogram your mindset and mentality. You need to download the new program for 2026. That goofy shit, the shit that I used back in 1992, that shit gonna get you cooked out here. Especially if you listening to these old boomer and Gen X simps. I'm Gen X, and we have a bunch of jellyback simps or matriarchal males in my age group. And if you're listening to them, you're gonna get your ass, young bucks, you're gonna get your ass roasted out here. Because half of them are bitch-led men, and they don't know what the hell they talking about. They're not dealing with the reality out here in the street. They're not dealing with the mental health issues and delusion. Dude been married since 1994, 1996. What the hell he know about these streets out here other than what he observes? You're not dealing with this bullshit. You know, most of the people nowadays, the younger people, were raised on technology, the internet, social media, delusion, visions of grandeur, mental health issues, borderline personality disorders, extreme amounts of narcissism. Even old Gen X women like me, like my age, is rebranded themselves and went to the church and reversionated themselves and rebranded themselves and charging marriage MSRP, even though you're a guy number 51 for some old pre-owned, and they're trying to muscle some guy they wouldn't date when they were 22 years old, using religion, force, energy, and Jesus forgive me. There's all kinds of bullshit going on out here. This is Serengeti out here. So you use that old program out here, you get your ass roasted. So you just gotta download the new program. That's all I am, is the download process. And I'm particularly doing exorcism on the simp virus. Get it out of your soul. Born again hard, born again masculine, born again whatever. Living free, a life of purpose, meaning, falling in love with your own company. You should be able to spend the whole year by yourself as a man and be okay. And be okay. Maybe consume a little pre-owned, but be alone. And be not alone completely, like, obviously you have social friends and people you talk to, but be without a woman in a relationship and be perfectly fine. And that's what I try to get men to get that point where you have purpose, hobbies, passion. I just did the job on the 2 Vortex that I was working on, doing things. And that's the new reality that you have to exist in as a man. Even if you're married or in a relationship, you need to take care of yourself like a single man. Now, that doesn't mean you out here running the streets, but if you go to the gym when you're single, if you take care of your health, you go to your health checkups when you're married, you be doing the same shit. Because one day you might have to get rid of this broad for being disrespectful, especially if she got the influence of the culture, or one of these succubus gets in her ears and try to get her, she start talking slick out the side of her mouth. You get to tell her to kick rocks. And that's the reality of your life. You have the confidence in your self-esteem because you're pouring to yourself. And you have your individual identity that's separate from, you're a man whether you have a woman or not. And how you operate. So these are the things that you have to do for yourself. And you're not going to do it unless you do stuff. You get up, you do the things you have to do to take care of your health. Why does it have to be about a woman? You tell me the reason why you go to the gym is to get women or make money is to get women? I go to the gym because I like seeing my sack. I get money because I get a choice of whether I want to go to work today or not. You don't have about no damn women. You're insane. Madness. Who does that? You're going to end up in a situation where your happiness and your life and your mindset and your mentality is dependent on having a woman. I mean, when I see guys like that, I'll be like, grow some freaking balls. Develop some self-esteem. So tell me you a single man, you ain't nothing, you don't feel like a complete man without a woman? Or if you're not flexing materialism, you're controlled by society. This is a 2012. I have 197,000 miles on this car. Can I buy a new car? Yes. Why would I? Nothing wrong with this car. It's a Toyota 3.5 V6. You guys know the engine runs, toned up. Everything is done. Did the top, the wires, the plugs, the fluids, everything is toned up on my vehicle. Runs like a machine. I just drove it to Florida in back. Why do I need a new car? To impress who? Who? F them. I don't care. Peaceful life doesn't give a rat's ass. Now, am I squared away? Yes, I'm squared away. Period. I'm squared away. But do I live life for the approval of my age? I don't give a damn what the culture thinks about me. I certainly don't give a damn what modern women thinks about me. And I damn sure don't care what these jellyback, simp, spineless, amphibious creatures that be out here talking think about me. They can kick rocks. Period. So, let's say, well, a peaceful life, you've checked out. No, I'm not checked out. I'm always shooting the shit, shooting the breeze with everybody I encounter. And I have a great time with the ladies. I just don't buy that bullshit. Don't bullshit a peaceful life. If you're a whore, you're a whore. Don't be going to the church and trying to rebrand and sell me some shit at MSRP. Damn it, I demand a whore price. That's what me, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you call me Mr. Cooper all day long. I don't care. Don't be trying to sell me some bullshit about your virtues or your values. That's why I tell you, don't be shaming these whores. Let them whores be whores. And let them say whatever they're going to say. You know, she out there and she's doing what she's doing. Let her be what she is. Let the women that are, you know, whatever, that small percentage of women that do the right thing, you know. But I don't be out here, you know, trying to, if they say that's what they do, that this is what they do and this is who they are. And I'm starting to believe now that the most honest women out here are the S workers and the street walkers now. Because at least they ain't trying to hide. They ain't trying to go to the church and have 150 bodies and try to rebrand themselves and get some guy to pay marriage MSRP. They're not lying. They're not bullshitting. I like honest people, man. Period. Well, a dude come out here and he tells you exactly what he is and what he's about. He ain't trying to blow shit up his ass, but right now we have a lot of grifters. Guys who pretend to be rich. Guys who pretend to have money. Guys who pretend to have all these women. Guys who pretend to be better than other men. Guys who try to virtue signal and talk down on other men from a position you don't know their life. You don't know who they are. YouTube don't require a background investigation on dudes. Imagine if you could do a background investigation. Shit, you talking to me. I might be a scammer. How do you know? You don't know whether dudes are selling you bullshit or not. You don't follow them around. Especially, the more they try and flex money, the more suspicious I look. I'm like, maybe that's just me as an investigator, retired investigator. The more they flex bullshit, the more the hair in the back of my neck scans. Like, they don't live that life. Some of these dudes be the biggest simps, the biggest cucks, the biggest bitch-ass dudes on the planet, man. And they be out here making content, selling you a dream, selling you bullshit, selling you game. Been married to 30 years to a fat chick. All kinds of crazy shit. Not that I hate. I ain't got nothing against fat chicks. But anyhow, peace and blessings to you guys. But enjoy your life, man. And I always say graduate to objectivism. I recommend Ayn Rand. We must deal with the sin of altruism. Peace and blessings. Make sure you hit the like button, gentlemen. More content coming your way, but the goal is for this channel to become irrelevant and maybe go and sit my ass on the beach somewhere. Peace and blessings to you guys. And again, you want to support the channel, please do. In the links down below. But I ain't got nothing to sell you because I ain't gonna sell you no bullshit. Why? For what? It ain't gonna do nothing to help you other than get you clowned out here. These women laugh in your face because you can't defeat delusion. No course can teach you about dealing with mentally ill, delusional people. Good luck. You get your ass cooked out here. You'll be fortunate if you get the 10% women. You luck up on them, and they have their issues too. So you'll be happy to snag one of them. But other than that, you're battling delusion and crazy and mental illness out here. Peace and blessings to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm out.